Peace FM 104.3.
He became the president. Then beyond the 6 months as substantive president, he was also president for another 4-year tenure. Kwame. He was going on Abense says woman posha. Oh, this one woman posha Okujeto Ablakwa. Yes. You remember on this big platform, I sat here and said that, look, Abense Moriye, a day will come. This country may pay dearly for what he was doing. The NDC felt that, in fact, was a sharpshooter. A sharpshooter. He was indeed fitting into the mechanism of getting power, whichever means. All they needed was power. But here the president himself, Kwame, Star FM, Star FM, which I think former President John Dramani Mahama has described President Akufo-Addo as disrespectful and insensitive for continuously. This is the former president himself, now president. Why is in opposition and looking to come back to office? These were his words. Former President John Dramani Mahama has described President Akufo-Addo as disrespectful and insensitive for continuously flying luxurious private jets with taxpayers' money, despite several complaints by Ghanaians. He goes on. The misuse of scarce resources on the avoidable creature comforts when the president was traveling to perform official functions on behalf of this country. He termed those as creature of comforts of the president and other leading officials must come to an end. It is an unpardonable show of disrespect and insensitivity to the plight of the suffering masses for millions of Ghanaian cedis to be spent renting aircraft for presidential travels at a time. These are very critical. At a time when the state of Ghana has a fully fitted and airworthy presidential aircraft that can ferry the president anywhere in the world. If it was, as I said, so the man over Plutuma. Some man over Plutuma no chakota for only more kodu. Only be that. But he had been president before. Kwame, here constitution here yedibu or mine. Yeah, I'm the queenie.
Yeah.
The functions of the president are not limited only to a territorial jurisdiction. Kobra, is that what it is?
No.
No, sir. Yeah, she share constitution. Amambra yedibu mine. No president. Ujuma easy woman. Ebasasu ako amanode ekedi juma alina riye de ya omani paying. It's a war mine. Now say your former president, indeed you had been there before. No, say to Mkadaman Sami the chair, a certain president.
Peace
FM. And then he told the entire world that we had a presidential jet which was fit for purpose and which could ferry the president to any part of the world. This was a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. The former president. Kwame, on the matter of your advocacy that we must find a presidential jet which is airworthy, which is fitting, and which indeed fits the dignity of our president and our country, I will not take any issue with you. But the very office, the occupier of that office, the occupant of that office, that's more kind of the presidential jet as we have today is capable of ferrying a president to any part of the world. And that, if any attempt was made, it would amount to dissipating scarce resources of this country. So, Kwame, this is your advocacy. The person you seek to advocate for.
I'm not advocating for him.
But for the office.
For his office.
But the office is occupied by someone.
Of course.
Also, Say yeah the attempt na sika biara yebo to biara yendama pi, and he has come here within 6 months. He's been able to put churches. I'm told that over 10 churches and 10 manses, all of them finished. 10 of them within 6 months. He couldn't do those in opposition, but in office in 6 months, he's been able to put up 10 churches all over. Where his priorities are, how he got that money or got those monies to be able to put up 10 churches and manses, and got all of them also furnished. So when the pastor was speaking on air, he said all that the pastors needed to do was just to walk in into the manse and then begin to shepherd over the flock. 10. Now, this is the person who told the entire world, the Kwame, say ya no more than ya kwakoto or ya bibi or to them. No, to the Sikana or the other small manfun, only Sika, yes, and
ain't me.
Well, Kwame, I would wish to agree to a very large extent with you.
But
yes, but I'll do the but. Agree with you.
I started that I will wish to agree.
Yes,
the battle sword.
Agree with you there. Amemu.
Yeah.
Onya sebio moframa guribi. Hwedami asam kaso to hen. I mean, Messi, when I appeared on this big platform last week, I told you that for the 1 week preceding, anytime there somebody meets him there,
yeah.
Sometimes I ask myself, why is alone? I ask myself, oh, so is the case that Omanibuama is gone
forever?
Is the case that Mustafa Mutala, vociferous arguer, vociferous debater, that he doesn't bother whoever is around and watching him, he will go all out and make his case. These persons, they are gone.
Yeah.
I ask myself those questions.
Yes.
So if you put all of that together and realize that, look, yebu a man ni yebu, a man ni kanko. Enti odi ye mofama adwin na mofama samje de film. Unfortunately for Ghanaians, they bought into this childishness. They bought into it. Ghanaians were happy that somebody decided to make that his enterprise. The Oman Payna continue routine. On yada na nefe. Yada when you were a bibi so kubi wa bochi in one kwakaya na nakasa da adwene ho or yada other bobwa or mine kanko. Yet we had a person who would just put out falsehood out there, falsehood every day, falsehood, to the extent that you go to the internet and then pick the inner cabins of very top aeroplanes, and then you will come and splash it, and then people, hey.
This FM 104.3, good to meet